it's not gonna be just me here. I'll be having friends who should be on their way. They'll be joining me on this talk show. I tagged it Pillow Night Talk because we're gonna be just here in my bedroom talking and presenting what we have for the world. And Ogenadi Hanya, they will join me. Continue on. Okay. Alikandani kumakahabi. Onya?
Onyeozizi, my brother.
Good morning.
Wow.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You're welcome. I'm a super honor. And I'm one of the 5 people again.
Nah, man.
I passed no cap or police can't get none.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You have a nice and happy.
Thank you. Nah. When I'm a saloon, I don't guide you why I have you can't guide him why I have a name. Not behind happy. I was like, it's an arm to your boy. What for no one? Odogu. Man on my fuck able now.
Onyeozizi.
Namu. My fuck able. Ojini.
Ha.
You can't need it. You could young.
Yeah, man, that's no idea the person I got.
Easy way what.
I didn't want to go out for you for
A football. Yeah, what two can do, one can do it better. I'm not here.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, they say ladies first.
All right.
You know I'm no more a visitor now. I can't be a visitor in my brother's house. Man, thank you, bro.
You're welcome.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Hello, viewers. We're here to unveil the book written by Onyeozizi. I was called up early this morning concerning this book. So please, Onyeozizi, can you put us through?
I was already talking to my viewers, friends and fans all over the world before Mnokono na Kwaka. The truth of the matter is that you were right when you said that's why you're here. As in, before I walk bumile, if I walk bumile, abaro, no the yamba. Na you will do the mouth. Funka, okay. Yeah, you have it. You can get for yours. I have mine too. So this is why we are here.
Wow.
And we are here for the presentation of these books. So it's officially known, and today it's now official that these books have come to be in existence. You know.
This is actually very nice. The cover page and stuff. Yes, please, from this caption I'm seeing here, a study on homo in a polarized world. To ask you, I've seen you in a while. You have some paintings in your leg and stuff, and with the popular DB and DK. So I don't know.
Yes,
Either
yes, that's true.
Even you
Yeah,
notice
yeah,
that
I'm very
too.
curious. We like to know more about it.
So it's really it would be nice if you talk about this the book
I
and
think your gaze is not different
okay.
from what every other person, even when the mwaya, makajuju joketa, because
Alright.
as in fact, I went upon
Yeah, I think I saw that on your post. You were
yes.
saying something about
So in the recent times, there have been a lot of arguments and drags. Why are you Dibendike and all that? But then before I go into that, can we go straight to why we're here? And while we present what we have,
Alright.
I can get your questions answered.
Yeah.
I already told my fans that today I was going to answer those questions.
Alright.
So,
By all ears.
book presentation speech by Cletus Chukwemeko. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a historic moment, one that will be remembered among distinguished days. It is indeed a remarkable day filled with significance. Today marks I am Cletus Chukwemeko, also known as Onyeozizi Debelovedlord, the author of the widely read book Isimbido. I am also the chief convener of two organizations, the Melanized Emperors and Empresses of the Lost Order Melo and the Afro-Mystical Order Atmo. Furthermore, I hold the title of Akajo for Ngumowo Sacred Shrine as a member of Ndiche Order. Ndebai Udo de Rono, as Nejigi Wagoyon, Chakadize can get to Wejiselo. Oyibo webawi onyibo nkonye chiri ya zere ọ ga-adịrị anyị na mma ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ nnọọ ndị na-esonyere anyị na ndị ka ga-esonyere anyị. Today we gather here to introduce two exceptional literary works, both of which have been written to restore, heal and promote harmony through love and tolerance. This masterpiece is honor gift bestowed upon us by the divine inspiration of my Ago, Mo Okike. And I find immense joy in their creation. As we delve into discussions on pressing matters that impact our society, I am reminded of the challenge faced by Ezimekorita Madinibeya. We can no longer ignore the fact that our society is continuously experiencing fractures. It is disheartening to witness mothers losing their sons to the hands of other mothers' sons, husbands seeking solace outside their marriages, and daughters being blamed for not securing suitors due to external interference. Aside from the spiritual implications that distance us from Okike and universal principles, we are faced with tangible dilemma. If we do not address this issue, let's pay attention. If we do not address this issue, further generations might normalize these actions and attribute them to their ancestors as acceptable ways of life. Marriages are losing their essence, leading to an increase in divorce. Spouses discover that their partner's lack of intimacy stems from finding satisfaction with someone else, be it a man with another man or a woman with another woman. Even our reverend clergy members have faced dishonor due to such affairs. The societal havoc caused by same-sex relationships cannot be ignored either. While every coin has two sides, it is challenging to identify any advantages of homosexuality. My intention isn't to condemn anyone's sexual orientation, but to address the matter candidly. Bob Marley aptly sang, "Man to man is so unjust," perhaps indirectly alluding to our society's oversight regarding same-sex relationships. As a devoted practitioner of Ordinana, I stand firm on the principles of homogeneity and polarity. I wish to address how many individuals engaging in these acts contradict this principle My aim is not to shout anyone's belief, culture, tradition, or orientation, including those of the Igbo. I speak to prompt self-reflection and encourage you to rectify your actions to lead a life of perfection, known as Owasa. To this end, I present an enlightening perspectives infused with healing, unconditional love. Love is a beautiful sentiment, but it should never be exploited or taken for granted. In these books, Soul Distortional Distortion presents a theory I have developed. It examines homosexuality in a polarized world, delving into how same-sex practices disrupt universal harmony, leading to distress. We may seem pleasurable often arises from pressure. What may seem pleasurable often arises from pressure, far from genuine enjoyment. While Rainbow on Footprint narrates the story of a lesbian young woman chosen by the gods. Unfortunately, her sexual orientation draws criticism from ordinary adherents who claim her practice defies Nsala Ndibo, traditional practices of guidance spirit. This conflict prompted me to seek resolutions detailed in the causes of homosexuality in persons, effects, and possible remedies. Through these endeavors, I express my gratitude to the universe for the bestowed wisdom given back to the society to preserve humanity. Thank you all.
Wow, that's quite thought-provoking. As I reflect on the statement made in your speech, I have to ask, sir.
Sorry, address me as Onyeozizi Debelovedlord, not sir.
Onyeozizi
I'm already here now,
Debelovedlord.
sir.
As I gaze upon these books, despite the added advising against judging a book by its cover, I am compelled to admit that their covers are undeniably captivating. Even the titles of these books exude a certain allure. Could you kindly provide us with a comprehensive explanation of the content within each of these books?
Okay. Like I said in the speech, as now only family they meaning nothing goes for nothing. And the principle of cause and effect. Upon every cause there is an effect, and upon every effect there is a cause. Something led to this. There is a rise in what seems normal, but I call it abnormality. This is not in any way to condemn whatever anybody practices, but we must call a spade a spade. This book, The Theory of Soul Distortion, if you have been following me on my page, I have always said allopathy is not natural and is against the law of free choice of human. Kama aroma loki, because good and bad will always coexist. But then, while good strives to overcome bad, bad is persistently increasing, and it seems that bad is overpowering good, to the point that na amarozi ndoma, amarozi ndojo. But don't defend the book or no man then yes, but where one's right stops is where another starts. People that actually have this sexual orientation, same-sex orientation, they feel that they are not accepted in the society. and they have designed and redesigned over the years ways of penetrating into the society, and it seems it's causing havoc. I sat down to actually study persons with this effect, and I call it mental sickness. That's what I call it in this book. The theory is a book that studies homo in a polarized world. How does our physical interactions affect our mental, and how does our mental affect our physical interactions? That is what this theory stations on.
Sorry, I have to question. You were saying something about those homosexuality being mental illness, and you made mention of that you're not here to condemn what anybody practices. So, are you in any form saying that you accept the homosexuality practice or you reject it? I want to understand. Maybe some other viewers out there actually want to ask same question, but I feel like I want to be clear on that.
If I must quote the scripture, the words of Jesus Christ in the Bible.
Jesus Christ, Lord,
yes.
Please, I can remember you being Onyeozizi.
I am Debelovedlord. I'm Onyeozizi Debelovedlord.
Yes.
And I'm a scholar.
Alright.
Being a scholar gives me the right to quote any source.
Okay.
Even if devil has a quote, I will quote him.
Alright.
Jesus Christ was always seen in the midst of sinners, eating with them. Then he was asked, "You were a holy man, you're a righteous man. Why are you with sinners?" He said, "The persons with no sickness don't need a doctor.
Exactly.
Only the sick needs a doctor."
Exactly.
I did not come for people who are holy, but for the unholy to repent and change their ways. Yes. When I say I like a sinner, I don't mean to say I like sin.
Okay.
If I say I have not come to condemn people with sexual or same-sex orientation, that doesn't mean that I have come to endorse same-sex orientation.
Well, this means to sound like the normal thing going over the media that you actually practicing the same-sex thing. Or are you in any form trying to be conning?
I am not. See, let me tell you, there are questions I cannot take from anybody here. Not even from it. I cannot display or disclose my sexual orientation.
Why are you gonna ask?
Why I shouldn't disclose my sexual orientation? I am a healer, and what is contained in this book has made me dibia ndike. This is, I don't know why our people are not getting things straight. When I said Abum dibia ndike, it doesn't matter if I am gay or if I'm not gay.
Okay.
I said I am dibia ndike.
That's healer.
Healer of homosexualities,
Right.
or doctor of homosexualities.
Okay.
Now, Inebu Dibia, master. Someone who discovered the causes of homosexuality, the effects and the solution. Someone who can cure homosexuality in persons automatically has mastered this sickness, as I put it to be. And now, people want to know if I am. Now, let me tell you. Someone made a comment, and I should quote the person. I forgot the person. The person said, "I've actually seen a surgeon who have never gone under the scissors."
Yes.
I'm not trying to tell anybody if I am gay or not gay, but can we focus on what I present to the people? I said to them that I am Dibia Ndike. I think if we put our attention to that energy, that I am a healer of the gays, it no longer matters if I am or I was or I will have intention of practicing homosexuality. It does not matter anymore.
Don't you think this is the right time for you to satisfy the curiosity of the people? Because there are actually people viewing you globally, and those people want to know, okay, exactly. This person have been over the years said, I am DB and DG, I am DB and DG, and stuff and stuff. Now, some people will say you have this wrong interpretation of people. some people will judge that you're this, some people will judge that you're that. So don't you think this is the right time for you to actually cut those boundaries of you can't disclose your orientation and just say, okay, I am this and that. And people know from the view at which they view you. And again, I think it's also left for your viewers or for the people you hear to say, okay, he is gay, but we still coming to him because I know of doctors. Okay, let's say for instance, I know of a doctor who has kidney failure, but it doesn't stop him from being a doctor for also kidney patients. Do you understand? So either that you are gay and you still heal gay people, acceptable, and you're not gay and you heal gay people, I think it's also acceptable. So claim me on that aspect.
Now let me tell you something.
Alright.
The only explanation I owe anybody here is on the phrase DP and DK.
Okay.
When I say I am DP and DK, I mean I am a healer of a doctor to homosexualism or to indicate.
Okay, and not necessarily you talking about your orientation.
I am not talking about my sexual orientation. My sexual orientation is personal to me.
Oh, wow.
Whatever I practice, I do it behind the doors.
Okay.
And whatever I do behind the doors should be personal to me. So it does not actually move anything. Whether I come publicly and say I am or I am not, it does not change anything. What really matters is what I present to you. How did you accept it? Nke gosili gị ka ị ga-ama. Nke a na-egosilo gị, you pipe low.
Onyeozizi, although your response have left me somewhat unsatisfied and puzzled. It's just me. I can't speak for others. Personally, Onyeozizi, your answers haven't been entirely direct. Can you simply state whether you're identified as gay or not? Viewers would like to know.
You are still dragging this issue.
Yes, it's very important.
I said I am DK, and the evidence is here. I cannot say otherwise. If I identify as gay, whether I identify as gay or not, it's nobody's business. And that is not why we are here. We are here to speak on what is in this book.
So, in conclusion, what message do you have for your audience?
Now, let me tell you something. If you listen to my speech, I will still post the speech on my page in the morning or after this program. Anybody who goes through that speech, there is something that has always happened. Now listen, and I believe people watching us are listening. People are most concerned about the messenger and not the message. And this has always made the messiahs to be contradicted and to have been maybe labeled all manner of ill things. Are you getting me? The earlier we understand that before any orientation we were once human, and we go by the humanity and principles that retain humanity. See, while we are chasing shadows, things are falling apart.
Exactly.
People are after, what is Onyeozizi? Onyeozizi, what are you? What are you? What are you? But we are not doing what is necessary. Assuming I am a gay, how am I accepted in ordinary? Assuming I am not a gay, how am I accepted in the society? That becomes the question. Let me tell you something. Many people have walked up to me to say, Onyeozizi, each time I'm with you, I don't see you drink, I don't see you smoke, you're always on your water and all. I think I am giving it thought to stop drinking. Many people have done that. So whether I do it behind doors or not, it's no longer on their influence. People should stop putting nose to what is not smelling. They should focus on what is in the view. We have a lot of things to put hands in. I said, I have come to promote universal harmony. Anything that does not promote peace, I am not in for it.
Alright, so please, this actually is blowing hot in this dwelling on the gay or not. Please, I think it will actually be thoughtful if you give detailed analysis of the soul sectionalist. You read it down in your presentation. You read something. So I think it's better you just with just few words and you say what people should expect from the soul, the sectional distortion,
Okay.
and then the rainbow footprint.
Okay, in the book, okay, let me open it. You have yours.
You have mine.
Okay, in the book, if you look at the table of contents, we have introduction to the theory and so the sectional distortion, Homo in a polarized world, the two opposing laws dwelling in a man, the law and principle of homogeneity, the law and principle of polarity, that is heterogeneity. Then, homosexuality as a discussion, causes of homosexuality in humans, so the sectional distortion, influential induction, the effect of homosexuality, and the cure. Now, this is a well-detailed course, and I know it's not going to end here. This is a theory. There will be a lot of courses and subjects that will be coming from it. It's something that we continue on the search. Now, in the book so far, in the theory so far, I discussed the principles of homogeneity, the law of the mind, because mentally we are all one. That's why we can telepathically communicate across each other, but we cannot have sexual intercourse with every one of us. Physically, there is diversion. The diversity is the law of polarity, because here on this earth pole, time and space control, and time and space decides the positive, the negative. Are you getting me? So the positive and the negative. So what I discuss is the neutral point of existence and the diversion, the homogeneity, the polarity. So now, after discussing that, I now centered on homosexuality, how it affects how it affects the principle of homogeneity and the polarity. Because the truth of the matter is, it is unnatural to practice homosexuality. It does not obey the principle of polarity. And anything that does not harmonize, does not obey one law, does not harmonize. And it does not promote peace. So that is why I look at what is happening. I said, kedu ife ga-eme nwoke ga-eji wee jekwulu nwoke ibia na ọ bụrụ na ishido onye ahụ mma? Kedu ife ga-eme nwaanyị ga-eji jekwulu nwaanyị ibia na ọ bụrụ na ishido onye ahụ mma? That is what makes me to say it is a mental sickness. So in this as a sickness, I now went further to say the two causes of homosexuality in persons, so the sectional distortion. For instance, myself, mentally, I am more of feminine. Physically, I am a man. So which means I am a woman in a man's body. That is a distortion. I am not straight. I as a person, I am not straight. That's most times, apart from being raised by my sisters, it's still in me because it's over 15 to 16 years.
Are you saying that you're not straight simply answers the question that you're gay?
Let me tell you something. It does not answer it. I am not straight means I am distorted.
Okay. You can simply say you are distorted, but once you tell me you are not straight.
I am not straight. Anything that is bent is not straight.
Okay.
Anything that is not.
But you know that a sexual orientation that that is globally known, is that you are
I have come to reorient.
Okay. Okay.
I have come to reorient.
Alright.
There was a time, if you see Ekwesu, it was attributed to be evil.
Yes.
But now we are saying that it's not what it is.
Okay.
So the earlier we start to give the right orientation, the better people would not be misconceived and misconstrued.
So this is like the world of Onyeozizi.
Yes, in my world.
Right.
Because I tell people I am an institution.
Alright. So that's that for the soul decision discussion. I think every person that picks a copy will actually get more detail.
Of course, it's well detailed.
Then Then there's a rainbow on footprints.
Okay. Now it's
Well, please, I think, do you have anything? Are you seeing what I'm saying about the rainbow on footprints? Does it really say anything about the lady? Just read about the book at the back, and you see about
Not a
it.
lesbian.
Yes, a lesbian god,
still on the
angel.
same discourse.
So, don't you think it sounds quite funny? As the one being lesbian and stuff.
Okay.
The thing is, that's just funny.
Yes.
So,
Now let me tell you,
yeah.
it's actually what I put here is human relation to the people of the rainbow. Now, in one of the ways of controlling homosexuality, I said these people should be accepted. When you accept them, you give them the chance to change, to socialize. If you have a positive influence, that's when they can have it. Just like when HIV and AIDS broke out, people were stigmatized.
Exactly.
And it made the sickness to spread more.
Yeah.
But now there is a medical orientation that it's not what it seemed. That not when you touch somebody positive, you contract it. No, it's a lie. Now, I am telling people now that I use the story of Chisitara, who is a lesbian. Along the line, Iho watu harigide, owe chopota na polio. N'ọdịnala. Now, this very person is being fought against. So now, what if this very person but because of the hatred that is being shown, because of the rejection and stigmatization, the criticism, just like everybody's all eyes on me. Onyeozizi kwesịrị na practice ọdịnala. Ọ dịka onwere onye ọ bụ ya nwe ọdịnala. Are you getting it?
Exactly.
Then if I am gay or not, they are not even giving me the condition to even change. Let me tell you something. Appearom as dibia ndike, appearom ịkpụ arụ, abịara m ikpochapụ arụ. Abịara m ịgwọ alụ dị na mmekọrịta nwoke na nwoke, nwaanyị na nwaanyị. It's not about alụsị ga-ejidekwa gị and nne nna anyị adịghị ejide onye ọbụla. Because we have the right to practice anything. But let me tell you what I always tell people. If you're not practicing, you can go anywhere in the world and practice whatever you want to practice. But society or family, so in this book, if you want to be this, the we figure I saw if I saw no son. But on one day, Usolo, a Jemea, or Kalama, if for Naya no door. Makana move for the Buffalo Buff. Nahachite Kaina Hachite. Ega, I will for what I kill in a million Jasia Makano sing. So the book text talks about Chisitara and how she was, or she's been persecuted by Ordinana adherents. It's an interesting story, and not just about the story of Chizitera. I used the chance to actually, if I want to go deep na kosigego, guide step by step, step by step guidelines you can take is in this book, where I use the story of Azubike and Chizitera to illustrate it.
That's actually enough for this month. People
yeah, the project it started 2020.
Wow.
The COVID era.
That's really interesting.
Then the novel 2021.
All right.
So it's been a long journey.
Wow.
Okay. So back to my viewers.
Yep.
I hope everyone has learned a lot today. At least you've heard from the horse's mouth. Onyeozizi Debelovedlord. And I've been able to understand the whole thing, that we could actually embrace them with love, then teach them how to.
Let me tell you something. Sorry, I'm cutting you short. this love we're talking about, what like you can't see me take pictures with Onyeozizi and Kim. Because anybody coming to a healer is sick.
Alright.
I don't have to expose your passion. People forcing to know my orientation is actually me.
No, you've taken pictures of me most times.
Did you come? You are my friend, my friend. You are my friend, my friend.
You came as a friend.
You came as a friend. You don't come as a. You better to be a my friend, the guy sit down. So let's appreciate that we are one.
Exactly.
Almost say if a man in a man or the gika or the Roma, Emuza say me.
Exactly.
Probably Pacham.
Exactly. Well, thank you very, very much for having
Together
me.
we can heal the world.
Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Let's help the world. The world is big.
This is actually
Enough of the hate.
enough of it.
So with this, we have come to the end
Thank you.
Alright.
Nice
I
having
appreciate
you.
you coming.
Thank you
That's
too.
Wonderful.
My bro.
Wonderful. Man, also like achieve
Alright. So we can have a copy of this, right?
I give to you.
Alright, thank you very much. Wow.
Hello.
Alright.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
Because